Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading. It's your girl Cosmic Jazz 22, and today I'm back with another horoscope reading specifically for the rest of Gemini season and from now till the end of June. But honestly, if you happen to watch this video afterwards or years later, it still applies to you. So honestly, this is technically a timeless reading. But anyways, if you have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in the sign of Scorpio, this message is for you. Just some disclaimers before we begin. Please know that this is just a general reading. Not every single thing is going to resonate. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and use my readings more as confirmation and advice and guidance, okay? All right, so Scorpio, how you guys doing? How are you guys doing? So we are going to pull a channel song for you first, and then we're going to get into your reading, okay? What does Scorpio need to know? Channel song? No, let's see many cards. Just one channel song, please. Okay. One card to fly out, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you got Worldwide Steppers by Kendrick Lamar. The theme deals with spiritual awakening. And then we also have Let Me Calm Down by Nicki Minaj featuring J. Cole. Theme deals with disagreements. Okay, so you might like Kendrick Lamar. You might like Nicki Minaj or J. Cole. Let me know in the comment section. But I would highly suggest you guys look at, listen to both songs because you might be receiving more messages like that. So let's start off with Kendrick Lamar. So we have writer's block for 2 years. Nothing moved me. Ask God to speak through me. That's what you hear now, the voice of yours truly. Teleport out my home body for comfort. I don't pass judgment. Past life regressions keep me in question. Where did I come from? I don't think like I used to. Okay, so that's a powerful song. And then the next one. Yeah, it was Love at First Sight, but I ain't never sweat 'em. I knew if it was meant to be that one day I would let 'em. 20 years later, them decisions, I don't regret 'em. Just wish you would give me space when I really need it. To be alone in my zone when I'm really heated. Just cause I'm quiet don't mean you're defeated. Interesting enough, Scorpio, I see you wanting more alone time. Or you're finding more peace being alone. So first and foremost, maybe you were dealing with a disagreement with somebody. You possibly have been having an altercation, disagreeing, miscommunication. You and another person might not be on the same page, let's put it that way. But it's not like you hate them or you want to separate from them. You just need space to calm down. And you want them to understand, like, hey, please respect my space. If I don't talk to you for a certain time, it's not because I don't like you. It's not because I want to get away and be gone forever. I just need to center myself. And then I will return to have a mature conversation. I'm kind of getting that vibe here. But the real tea, though, you've had a spiritual awakening recently. Or this is about to happen. I'm getting, Scorpio, I know you roll over, the uterus, the sexual organs, and that is the source of the sacral chakra. This deals with creativity, sensuality, expression. The fact that we talk about writer's block here in this song, I feel like you may have experienced some type of block in your creativity or expression recently. You may feel like your intentions may have not been manifesting as you wanted to. You feel like your prayers are not being heard. I'm getting that intuitively. But because of that, you had to kind of not change the relationship you have with Source, God, the Creator, whatever you believe in, but you have to look at things from a different perspective. And it's almost like you have to connect more with your higher self to really figure out what the issue was. And I'm getting something about astral projection. You may have been, I'm getting even like sleep paralysis, but it's not really sleep paralysis. It's more of astral projecting, especially when you're about to fall asleep or if you're about to wake up, like, you know, that stage, that transitional stage. I'm kind of getting something about you being in an altered state of mind. And I'm getting something about even like past life regressions, like you're figuring out your karma, realizing what patterns you've been repeating. And after this realization, you haven't been seeing things different. You haven't been seeing things the same. It's almost like, wow, reality is so different from what I'm used to. And I think this is even tying back to like maybe the disagreement you might be having. That's why instead of like arguing or continue to argue, you're choosing to take a step back because you're seeing the pattern here. So you're trying to change things up to have a different outcome. So Scorpio, it's like you're going through a bit of trial and error because you had a major realization pretty recently. Okay. Of course, Scorpio, I like that for you, but it might be a little bit chaotic, but hey, as long as you are evolving. But anyways, let's get into your cards. You have a really strong connection to God, to the Creator, even to your spirit team. You have a very strong connection to them. That definitely wants to be highlighted. Yeah, look at that, 2 of Cups. You have a really strong bond with them. And it's almost like they don't want you to panic. They want you to really experience this different perspective. I'm giving like a switch in perspective. They want you to really sit with it and figure out what you internally feel with it. Okay. Anyways, we have the Star. Wow. Okay. What does Scorpio need to know? The Hierophant. So we got Aquarius and Taurus, which are fixed signs. And fun fact, Scorpio, you are a fixed sign. The other one is Leo. But we got Aquarius and Taurus being highlighted the most. The World. Again, this talks about the fixed signs. Okay, Scorpio, you are... Wow, you're going through a big of... I can't even speak. You're going through a bit of a transition. Okay, and then the over energy is the 9 of Cups. Oh, and then the Ace of Pentacles as the underlying energy. Scorpio, what you doing? What you doing? I like this for you. So overall, I'm getting what's accompanying this spiritual awakening and this altered perspective is, remember how I said like you might feel like your manifestations are not coming true or it's taking a while. Well, there's a reason for that, but I'm here to confirm to you, your prayers, your intentions, your manifestations have been heard. Like you submitted the order. Why am I seeing Amazon Prime in my mind's eye? I'm saying about Amazon or USPS. I don't know where you're from, Scorpio, but like, you know, Amazon. You put in your order and you're waiting for it to be shipped and to be delivered to your house. I'm kind of getting that type of vibe. Like you put in the order already, but now it's like you finally got that notification. Hey, your order is about to be delivered in like a couple hours, something like that. I'm kind of getting that vibe for you. And the fact that your over energy is the 9 of Cups, this is telling me that there is a wish fulfillment here. And I'm seeing you being really satisfied with whatever is heading your way. The fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles, this is something more tangible. So if you've been wanting, for example, some type of an achievement or reward, I'm also getting something about like finishing up a chapter and starting something new. So this could be dealing with like higher education for some of you guys. This could be you getting into certain programs. This can be you accepting like a job offer. I'm kind of getting that type of thing being highlighted here. But let me just break down the cards first before we even get into that. So we have the Star. This is you receiving recognition and even it's like your efforts are being seen now, Scorpio. You feel like not only were your intentions taking a long time, but you feel like your efforts weren't being appreciated or people were not seeing. Just noticing the the tickle bitties are out. Okay, let me stop. You may feel like your efforts are not being appreciated. Like you're putting in all this work, but for some reason, like the rewards, the achievements is coming easier for other people who seem like to not be putting that much effort compared to you. So that's something you really don't like it bothers you. But I'm here to say that the Star is really hinting that there's a lot of recognition coming to you and there's a spotlight. It's like now your efforts are being seen, your value is being seen. And now it's like, okay, you're on the radar. Like I'm hearing you're on the radar for some reason. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant. So in this case, this Hierophant is speaking of institution. It's speaking of some type of structure. I'm even getting you are different compared to, okay, are you applying to something, Scorpio? Because I'm kind of getting that vibe. Like you're, wow, I can't even speak. You're being acknowledged, like maybe your application, maybe, like your resume is being seen and you stand out in some way. It's like, yes, they have a certain guideline that, like, let's say you're applying to a job or like a program. They have a certain guideline to follow to see which candidate is the most compatible or the best candidate for them, for the program or the job. It's like, yes, you fit the criteria, but you have more, like you have more attributes, you have more experience that go beyond what they're looking for, and it makes you stand out as an applicant, for example. That's what I'm getting. So it's almost like, oh, Scorpio checks all of our boxes, but and more. So we're gonna look at Scorpio. I'm guessing about an interview. I'm thinking about an interview, and this is gonna make you really happy. Okay, Scorpio. And then we got the World, which is talking about a major completion and you achieving a major milestone. So Scorpio, whatever you're working on right now, whatever you've been applying to, for example, or if you just need a thumbs up or yes, some type of acceptance, I feel like that's heading your way. Like it's happening pretty soon. And it's taking you a long time, but I'm getting the reason why it's taking you a long time because there's been certain lessons you had to learn. And I'm getting the timing was very significant. If you felt like things were slow, there was a reason, but just know whatever was happening during that time of stagnancy, there was a lot of progress made, even if you don't see it physically. There was a lot of progress made. And even with the Five of Wands reverse, this is a competitive card, but you know, competition, too many people in the mix, you know, oh, I'm going to be the best candidate. I'm going to be the one that wins. But when it's in reverse, this can speak of avoiding competition or avoiding conflict, but this can speak of you beating the competition. So you're winning, Scorpio. You end up getting like you're chosen compared to everybody else. And it's like you're a different caliber. They're not on your level. Wow. Okay. And that's why there's an offer here. Wow, okay. We have the Page of Wands. I'm going to clarify all of this now. We have the Ace of Swords. I'm hearing initiation. There's a key being given to you, and now the door's open. Being given the keys. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles reverse, and then too many cards. But then there's an offer here, Knight of Cups. But of course, there's that mental conflict within you. You being anxious, you feel like your hands are tied. Oh, I don't know what else I need to do. You don't need to do anything else. You've done enough. But the funny thing is you've done more. It's not enough. You've done more than you were supposed to. But it's making you stand out. So here we are. And then the overall energy is the Empress. So this is you being the top notch. Let me tell you something about the Empress. If you're familiar with tarot, or if you're not, we have the Empress, right? But we also have the 4 different queens that rule over an element. Technically, the Empress is above all those queens because she embodies all of them together. So like I said, you have all the criteria, okay? You have all the characteristics needed to be accepted, but you have more than that. And that's the thing. Empress is more compared to those queens. The Empress, she rules over the empire, not a kingdom. There's a difference. There's a big difference, Scorpio. So I'm kind of getting like you're in this energy of abundance, and now you're attracting those opportunities to you easy, like it's coming. So I do see with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords, there's good news headed your way, and I am seeing a yes. So if you're wondering, oh, am I going to get into this program, or am I going to get accepted? Am I going to get this job offer? Am I going to get a yes to move or whatever? Yes, I am seeing that. I am seeing it. Okay. Now, I'm also seeing with the King of Pentacles reverse. I don't see this as a bad thing. It's more of it took a lot out of you to really accomplish this thing. You may have had some bumps in the road, but you learned a lot in that process. So again, take that knowledge with you. I keep saying Taurus. Taurus energy is really being highlighted here. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which again speaks of an offer. You overcame the competition, and now the offer is meant for you. It's here. So, wow, okay. Okay. Yeah, look, another offer. Page of Cups. And I feel like you're going to be surprised, though. Even though you put in all this effort, you're still going to be surprised, because I feel like you may have dealt with rejection back to back in the past. like the song said, writer's block. Like you felt like there was stagnancy, nothing was moving, and you finally talked to God, like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? And you finally went through the spiritual evolution. So I feel like your frequency have changed so much to the point where whatever manifestations you put out are coming quicker. So I feel like you have to go through the spiritual evolution before your manifestations could manifest. That's what I'm getting for you. Yeah, death. You have to go through that transformation. You know what's so funny, Scorpio? You rule over this car, so have no fear. This is you. This is you. You have to transform. This is like death and rebirth. You went through a rebirthing process, and now you're shining. You're different, which is good. And I'm seeing a celebration. So, okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull some oracle cards, and then, yeah, we're going to end off your reading. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? Change, confidence. Oh, someone's packing their bags, moving. That's what I'm getting. Change in plans. It's not even change in plans. It's like change in the path. We got family, blood ties, inner circle, self-worth, and then wish fulfillment. Yeah. I'm seeing the ocean. Maybe you are traveling near the ocean, maybe going on vacation, or maybe you do live near a beach. What else does Scorpio need to know? Synchronicities. So if you are wondering, well, Jazz, how would I know that the changes are happening? Well, if you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, then that is your sign. So specifically, if you're seeing the affinity symbol, because that's being highlighted, if you're seeing the affinity symbol, that is a sign for you. This speaks of your manifestations. And the infinity symbol is also seen in the Magician. And that's all about being a manifester. Okay. You might be seeing triple digits like 222, 111. You might be seeing 1111, 333, 555. I'm seeing 555 specifically for you. And I'm also seeing something about clocks and butterflies. So you might be seeing a lot of butterflies. That speaks of transformation complete. I'm also seeing, I'm hearing diamond in the rough, and I'm seeing the genie lamp. You might be seeing symbolism to Aladdin. So like a genie, a lamp, and maybe a diamond. You might be seeing like Princess Jasmine or like a tiger. I'm getting that movie being highlighted. So I would highly suggest you looking into, watch that movie. Then there might be more messages there. Maybe somebody, yeah, somebody's favorite princess is Jasmine. I mean, my name is Jazz, so like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's why I heard earlier when I was looking at your cards, you may have felt like your value was not seen by those you're trying to like get accepted by. And it's like now because you are shifting, yeah, Scorpio, you're shifting. It's like your value is seen. You're the diamond in the rough. You're the diamond, or yeah, the diamond that's in like all this, the needle in the haystack. That's what it's giving. You know, you got all this competition, all these competitors, but then you are singled out because your value is seen. Message. You see self-worth, expectations being clarified by message, travel and communication. Mercury, you're going to be receiving some good news very soon. That's going to validate you in some way. And this is a wish fulfillment. It's coming from an external party. Yeah, done. Completion. Lesson learned. So Scorpio, congratulations. You not only completed a major karmic spiritual cycle, you also are getting accepted. Congrats. You're getting accepted. You are given the answer yes. Yeah, you're getting a thumbs up, green light. Okay. Wow. So, continue to have faith, Scorpio. I think the main thing, make sure your mind is in the right place. Don't think of the worst outcome because like I said, you might be thinking your manifestations have been slow, but you're in that frequency now where it's going to be coming in fast. So make sure you're thinking of the best possible outcome. Say words of affirmation because I'm seeing a focus on your throat chakra. So say, I am getting accepted, or I am accepted. I am picked. I am chosen. I am highly favored. You know, say things along those lines. Or if you want to make it more personal, whatever you're trying to achieve, say, I am blank, blank, blank. I'm making sure this happens, or whatever. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, with that being said, Scorpio, I hope this resonated. Let me know your stories in the comment section. I would love to read it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.